Hey guys, this is JonTaun from Total Brohammer, and today I'm going to be bringing you the third match in a best of 5 with DahvPlays that aired on Turin's channel a couple days ago. Alrighty then. So, like I said, it was a third game. I did win the first two games, and for the third game I bought the greenskins. And since I won the game before, I picked first, and Dav counterpicked the vampire accounts. So, for the armies, I've got the Mangy Marauders and Death Creepers over here, as well as just some Wolf Rider Archers and some Forest Goblin Spider Riders. For my front line, I've got the 8 Peak Loonies and 3 Black Orcs. They will hold a long time and will defeat anything on the vampire roster, as far as infantry, that is. In the back, I've got a unit of Broken Tusk Mob, just to hold up cavalry and stuff. I've got 2 Goblin Big Bosses, and I got 1 on a Wolf and 1 on a Spider. So the reason I did this is ultimately to cut cost, but it's actually a really good combo because I use them in tandem. I have them in a separate group and they're always together. So this guy is really good at, he's faster, that is. He's 92 speed versus 78, and this guy got poisoned. So this guy poisons a lord, and if he tries to get away, he's poisoned, and this guy, who is very fast, can kind of keep him on the ground sometimes. Doesn't always work that way, but I like it. For my lord, of course, I've got the mighty Wurrzag, and I've got Here We Go and Fist of Gork on there for that magic damage. And I've also got a giant. So, for Dav over here, he's got an interesting army for fighting the greenskins, I think. 4 skeleton spearmen, 4 skeleton warriors, 2 Karen Race, 2 banshees, 2 corpse carts, 1 with unholy lowstone, 1 just normal. He's got the Red Duke on a Hellseed over here. He's got 2 Fellbats, and in the back he's got the Dire Pack and Barracks Reavers. So let's kick into gear here. So he's immediately going to be advancing on me, and I'm just going to try to get some early shots in on just whatever I can. So I'm going to start shooting at these Fellbats because they can cause a lot of hurt to me in the late game, and just they're mucking up, though they aren't a particularly expensive unit. So he's pushing forward with the Red Duke, so I'm going to switch my fire over here onto him. I got some armor piercing and poison, so should do some pretty good damage. So he's just pulling up. He's trying to get these Fellbats on my mobile firing squad here, but they are able to get away. With the poison imbued by the Forest Goblin Spiders, they are faster. So yeah, he's just advancing here. So I'm just going to start charging straight through the line, and as you see, everything on my front line is going to be able to hold for a very long time. That's why I got these 8 Peak Loonies, because they are indeed unbreakable. He's going to summon some zombies over here. He meant to summon them on these guys, but I was able to get away. He's going to throw his Fellbats to stop the charge of these Black Orcs. Pretty good idea. And he's going to jump in here with his Skeleton Spears, Karen Race, and all these guys just all over the place. He's going to get his Banshee right onto my Giant. Good call. And he does lose micro on the Red Duke here, and I'm going to start shooting him up. He does have this Charmed Shield on him. So I see he's coming around here with his cavalry, and I don't want him to start doing rear charges, so I'm going to have to sacrifice my Broken Tusk Mob. So I am going to throw him over here. He did lose micro on his Fellbat, so I'm able to just finish him off in the air. I just have these guys chasing the Red Duke. So I'm going to send these Goblin Big Bosses over here to just help out this battle, because I really don't want to lose these Boar Boy Biggins. And I'm going to effigy to get the Red Duke and just start shooting him up with all my arrows, and he's taking quite a bit of damage. Alrighty. So over here, I'm going to send this Giant up to this Corpse Cart, thinking he'll be able to kill it really quickly, but it's not going to turn out that way. The Red Duke is going to pop El Sif on Wurrzag over here and try to summon some zombies on him. Thankfully, I am going to be able to get out of those zombies. Unfortunately, it is going to bog down my Goblin Big Bosses, which is really bad for me. So I just got all my Goblin firing squads shooting at the Red Duke, who is healing. He's got El Sif on him. I really should have saved the FG to get for the inevitability of getting El Sif, so I would be able to get away from the Duke. But as you can see, my Broken Tusk Mob do get routed off, and he does start force passing after Wurrzag to try to get him. So I'm going to pull away all my archers, and this is going to give me an opportunity to get my Goblin Big Bosses out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Wurrzag and get around behind his line, and go around behind his line with my Goblin Big Bosses too, and just run with these guys. As you can see, my Giant is in a bad place now. He now has 2 Banshees on it. I let it get isolated, which was a really bad play on my part. Not to mention, it didn't even kill the corpse cart, so I don't know what the deal with that one was, but he's going to keep on chasing Wurrzag over here, and I'm just going to keep on trying to shoot up his guys and run away with these guys. So he's going to run some cycle charges with these guys, but ultimately he's going to go after my my archers over here. So, again, he's got the Red Duke just chasing Wurrzag, and I don't really have any support over here. I got my Goblin Big Bosses taking on this thing, because there was just nothing else to do with them at the moment. And I am going to lose Micro over here, and he's going to hit my Mangy Marauders and Death Reapers. I'm sending these guys all the way around, though, in a moment. So he keeps on chasing Wurrzag. Now I'm going to try to get these Goblin Big Bosses to get on him. They're going to be able to do some good damage. So I did pop Here We Go on this Giant and try to get him on the Red Duke when he was over here. But he was not able to catch up with him. So now I'm going to just try to get him over here on the Red Duke. But he's going to get up into the air, so my little double squad of poison and speed didn't really work, because this guy got caught up on that one zombie. Right, so I'm just going to have my Giant turn around, start beating on this Banshee again, and have these Goblin Big Bosses working on that corpse cart. And I just got to keep Wurrzag near my high DPS on single target units. Gonna pop a Fist of Gork on this guy so he can do magic damage. And with that, he's going to take out a Banshee. Got these two Goblin Big Bosses to work on this corpse cart still. Can't seem to take it out. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. He drops on Wurrzag and LCs him, thinking he's pretty good here. The Giant's really low, and Wurrzag is about at half health. But I'm going to get my Goblin Big Bosses over here, and I'm going to FG to get him, run away, and turn my Giant around. And all of a sudden, now the Red Duke is in a really bad position. So it was the old bait and switch over here. And I give this guy like 5 orders to get over here, but he ignores them all. You can see there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. And he's just still fighting him. But I am getting a lot of damage on the Duke with that FG to get between the Goblin Big Boss and this Giant. A lot of damage. And this guy finally gets over there. So, I don't know why he's ignoring my orders. That seems to happen a lot in this game. He's going to keep on chasing after Wurrzag, but I'm just going to keep on having my Goblin Big Bosses go after him. The Giant does get distracted. I'm going to pop, get back here for some leadership. And my Black Orcs have made it through the zombies and skeletons they were fighting over there. Unfortunately, like I said, they got on my Regiment of Renowned firing squad over here, because I mismicroed it. But, it's okay. These Black Orcs are going back there to deal with it. So, the Red Duke has gotten back in the air, and I'm going to have these Forest Goblin Spider Riders and Goblin Wolf Archers start shooting at him, and he's going down fast. Look at him, 248 health, 218. He is going to get away, though. So I'm going to pop another Fist of Gork on this Goblin Big Boss over here. Yeah, right there, and get him on this Banshee, and he's going to be able to take out that Banshee fast. And Manfred, his leadership is so low that he's crumbling, and he does indeed fall. So that is Vampires without the Lord, and when this Banshee goes down, that's all the leadership besides for these corpse carts. But Dav realizes that the Vampires are not long for this world, so he's going to concede pretty soon here. But yeah, it was a great battle. That I think he might have won if I hadn't been able to kill the Duke there. It's hard to say, because my Black Orcs were still in pretty good shape, but he probably could have just summoned zombies and cycle charged with his cavalry enough to kill them. Like I said, hard to say. But that was a real smooth play, as Turin put it. By the way, I will be linking the Best of 5 livestream from Turin's channel, as well as DahvPlays channel in the description. So let's look at the army breakdown here. Wurrzag did a great job as bait, and he did a really good job at just being slippery and being able to get away. Those effigy to gets and Fist of Gorks were very useful against the vampire camps. Goblin Big Bosses, pretty much the same thing. Really good single target DPS when you have 2 of them. And my front line, they just held. They just held forever. All of them pretty much won their battles. They just did not get up. My Broken Mob, they had to be sacrificed to the Blood God. To Gork and Mork, I guess, for the Greenskins. They, because they just had overwhelming numbers, and like 2 Spearmen, the Dire Pack, and Varric's Reavers all came barreling at them, and they did not last long. I didn't micromanage my Regiment of Renowned archers here very well, so they got wrecked, and that's my own fault. But these guys did a lot better. I was able to get them around, and at the end, getting that extra fire on the Duke was really helpful. The Giant was also a big player. He was able to do a lot of damage to both those Banshees, killing one and doing most of the damage to the other. And he got some really good damage on the Duke there at the end, so that was really great. As for the Duke got 6 kills, but he was hunting Wurrzag most of the time, so that's okay. Same thing with the Banshee, they were hunting the Giant most of the time, and they almost killed him. I mean, look at his soul. His front line, the one thing about his build is he doesn't have a lot of armor piercing. So, I guess he was just going to count on the fact of surrounding, rear charges, and killing my lords. Which could probably work for the Greenskins. I mean, these Black Orcs were... I mean, both of these were above half health, but these goblins are, they are unbreakable. So, hard to say whether he would have won even if he had killed my lord. If I had to take a bet, I'd say he probably would have won. Because that Red Duke probably would have been able to isolate my goblin big bosses with some zombie summons and just kill them one by one, and my army would have just, without leadership, would have just started routing. But yeah, a very good game to Dav. And yeah, that's going to be all for this one, guys. It's JonTaun from Total Brohammer, signing out.